Hello and welcome to ILTV's Evening Update. I'm Natasha Kirchek here with the latest news from Israel. The far-right Otzma Yehudit party is still in the running for September elections despite a petition aiming to disqualify the political group. And it's all thanks to a panel that voted strictly along party lines, with 15 members of the left voting yes and 15 members of the right voting no. Ironically, though, it was Labor that saved the day for the far-right group since their party representative was not present for the vote. But the panel has yet to vote on the fate of 3 senior members of the party, so the fate of Itamar Ben-Gvir, Baruch Marzel, and Bentzi Gopstein is still up in the air. Speaking of the right, while there may be plenty of bad blood between Naftali Bennett and Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, that doesn't seem to be stopping Bennett's Yamina party from recommending Netanyahu to form the next government. In a Facebook video, Bennett declared Yamina's clear position after weeks of him being vague about the issue. He even went as far as to say that other members of the right-wing bloc agree with his stance and will back Netanyahu as the next prime minister. Bennett says that unlike Avigdor Lieberman, he's not going to be playing games that may lead to a left-wing government. You'll remember that Lieberman caused a firestorm of controversy during last April's election because he refused to support a Netanyahu-led government. He made the call because he felt that Netanyahu was capitulating to the demands of the ultra-Orthodox parties. As a result, Netanyahu couldn't form a government, leading us to the situation that Israel is in now, 2 elections in 1 year, which is a completely unprecedented development in Israel's storied political history. As of now, polls indicate that we may be headed toward a similar path as neither Likud nor Blue and White can form a government without Yisrael Beitenu's backing. Despite tensions between Israel and the Palestinian Authority, 2 members of the Democratic Camp Party have just met with Palestinian Authority Chairman Mahmoud Abbas in Ramallah. Now, the 2 candidates were Knesset member Isawiya Frej and Noah Rothman, who also happens to be Yitzhak Rabin's granddaughter. They apparently met with Abbas to address the standoff regarding the Israeli-Palestinian conflict and to downplay the right's calls for annexing West Bank settlements. Rothman in particular said after the meeting that she's furious that in all of the time that Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has held office, nothing has been done to further the peace process. She also described Abbas as a concerned leader who's worried over the radicalization of both the Israeli and Palestinian people. As for Netanyahu, the PM has not met with Abbas in years, and Abbas claims Netanyahu has turned down invitations to meet time and time again. Essentially, though, this Abbas meeting with the Democratic camp is the party's attempt to restore faith in the 2-state solution, a paradigm that seems to increasingly lose support in Israel. In fact, sources within the Prime Minister's office have revealed that Netanyahu is counting on Trump to support an Israeli move to extend sovereignty to Jewish settlements in the West Bank, effectively ending any hope for a 2-state solution. Although the government has denied this report, Abbas appears to be on the defensive. Over the weekend, Abbas said the settlements will be swept away into the dustbin of history. Abbas even went as far to claim that the Palestinians are the original Canaanites that are described in the Bible, and that they have the true connection to the land. His remarks come after Israel's announcement of plans to build 2,300 new homes in the West Bank. The Israeli Attorney General has just announced his decision to indict Welfare Minister Chaim Katz on charges of fraud and breach of trust. Katz is currently being investigated for allegedly advancing decisions that would benefit a financial consultant to major Israeli firms. Katz allegedly advanced a law at the request of businessman Mordechai Ben-Ari that would stipulate that companies must repay bond debt to small bondholders before they repay controlling owners. Unsurprisingly, Ben-Ari's business represents groups of bondholders in multiple companies. The indictment apparently won't include the most serious charge for which Katz is being investigated, receiving bribes in his dealings with Ben-Ari while serving as chairman of the Israeli Knesset Labor and Welfare Committee twice. The veteran Likud Knesset member has also been a criminal suspect in another corruption investigation involved in his time as the head of the Israel Aerospace Industries Workers Union. But that case is apparently being closed. Katz has denied wrongdoing, but once the indictment is filed in the coming weeks, the official will either have to resign from his ministerial post or be fired by the Israeli Prime Minister. Since the Knesset won't be back in session until after the elections in September, Katz is currently unable to request immunity from the House Committee. He is just one of 4 Israeli ministers facing possible criminal charges, including Prime Minister Netanyahu, Deputy Health Minister Yaakov Litzman, and Interior Minister Aryeh Deri. That's all for now, so thanks for tuning in. Remember to like us on Facebook at Israel English News and to follow us on Twitter and Instagram. I'm Natasha Kirchek, and see you next time.